live. Hello, hello, hello. It's Thursday night. Hi, everybody. It's Thursday night. This is going to be a live video chat art show for adults. Um, we will be for adults because we use sharp things like scissors and needles and hot glue guns and heat guns and things. So we're not safe for children. But and it's also a live chat show, and I will be interacting with the chat room uh, all evening because that's the way we do it. And if you're watching this at a later time and you want to zip through the boring parts to get to the fun parts, I invite you to do so. Excuse me. So, in the meantime, we're going to check out the chat room and see how we're doing tonight. I am going to try to do a little bit of felting tonight, and we are going to work on the Alice in Wonderland book and the Aussie book. I got the Aussie book out, and I don't know why I just started coughing. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. So, we'll see if that'll help me. So, I don't know if we're going to be having any trouble or not, but YouTube's been doing some goofy things lately. So, I'm just going to hang out with you guys until I get some people in the chat room to talk to. And there's somebody. There's Janet. Well, I knew I could rely on you. So, the chat room is starting to fill up. So, there we go. Hi, Janet. How you doing, honey? Hi, Sherry. And Ms. Letitia. Hi, Letitia. How are you? How's everybody doing? We have had guests all week, and they went out shopping and went out to dinner for tonight, so they'll be gone a while. And they've been going to the beach, and they've been in the pool and trying to enjoy themselves. And Joe and I are enjoying their company, of course, having a good time. And I haven't really been doing a whole lot, but I've been kind of thinking about my Alice book and the Australia book, and I haven't been in it for a while, so I thought maybe I better get on it and get some work done in them. So I thought that would be a good night to catch up on some things. And I know that you all would like to see what I've done or what's been done so far. And I've been into paper dolls, so I thought I would try to do Alice as a paper doll. I just printed this off on the internet, and don't know what I'm going to do with her yet, but we'll see what we can come up with. We'll think of it together. Yeah, so we've had a nice time. There's Clint. Hi, Clint. Hi, Melissa. Letitia said she's been working a lot, and I've seen the Alice thing, and had to be here. Oh, that interests you on the title? Okay. Well, I started an Alice in Wonderland book earlier this summer, and I can show it to you real quick. Let's see if this page is dry. Been working in it. It's dry enough to close. And here's the front of the book. And this is a Special K cereal box. It's a cereal box. And I cut the sides. This side I cut in half and doubled it and made it a 1 inch. And then this side over here, this is the side. This is the whole side of the box. And I folded it in half and made a little overlap. So I wanted to put something here, and I don't know, I might end up putting maybe some Velcro or something. And I might do the same thing for the other one too. I haven't gotten that far yet. And I will be wanting to put some tassels on the spine to hang down, which is kind of a trademark for me. And I do not know why I'm coughing. I just started coughing when I pushed the live button. And I haven't been into anything except just paper. Maybe I'll just take a cough drop. I've got some cough drops. So anyway, here's the first page that I did. And this is where she's in the forest and she meets up with the Cheshire cat. And I have a little pocket in the front with some extra little doodads that I haven't put in the book yet. I'm still working on some of the things in the book, and I've got some of these yet to do. And I've got a little bit of tissue paper to put down. And I will do that later. And this was a gift. This one's from Janet. And it's a little bookmark. And I love it. And then I have another little tag here that was a gift. And it's cute. It's got Alice on there. And this is where she goes to the table with the drink and the cookie, the eat me and the drink me. And this is where she goes up and down. And there's a key. And I had a little key on my desk the other day, and I forgot to use it. And I thought, well, I better put it up. So I wonder where I put it. I wonder where I put it. I wonder if I put it in here. I don't see it. But I had a little stamp. Oh, well, rabbit trail. And, but I had a lot of fun making the Alice. I didn't know if I would have, I didn't think I would have this much fun doing it. But I did. I had lots and lots of fun, and I had lots and lots of people send me some things. I've got lots of things throughout the book from people. And I lost count on how many people sent me little things. I had paper sent to me. I had some cards sent to me, lots of little cards like this. And tags. I've had tags sent to me. We're all mad here. And of course, this is a tea party, and then this is a tea party too. And there's some quotes from the story in here. And then here we're getting into the garden area. This is actually this is still the tea. We're still having tea because I've got an apron here, and the apron came from Janet. Oh, my ears and whiskers. And she sent me some cute things in here that she has decorated. This was an apron swap we did with Janet Nash earlier this year, and she's got a jam tart recipe in here, and here's a little love note, and just a few little things tucked in her little apron pocket there. And I've had the fabric was sent to me, different fabrics. And I'm telling you, there's just so many people that have sent me things. And I've tried to put it all throughout the book. I really had so much fun. It is. And I started last year. It started with the Japan book. And then the turned into a Japanish, and I started including the Asian cultures as well as the Japanese culture because they're so close. And I learned a lot geographically. I knew there was the island of Japan, and there was the there was a big land. On the land was China. But in China there's other different cultural areas, and you've got, and then you go into Korea, and they're all Asian in that neighborhood of the land over there. So it turned into an Asian book more so politically uh, than the Japan book, but I still call it the Japan book. But it started out with the little Asian girls, and I made little dolls, and they're all origami, and I made 3 or 4 different styles of dolls to put in the Japan book. And then I said, okay, uh we'll do the England. We did England, and I have a book on England and the UK. And then we did Australia, and I've got the Australian book. And then I did Alice in Wonderland. So I have no clue what we're going to do next. I kind of promised um, I kind of promised someone that we would do Canada, since we have several Canada followers. And I thought, well, that might be fun. And unless you all can think of it, something else that would be something for us to do together, I will do it. But I kind of had Canada in the back of my mind, but it doesn't have to be our land. It can be a subject like Alice in Wonderland. And I felted a few things, and this is felted with my wool. And I want to try to felt something tonight too. And there's the pink flamingo, and she's playing croquet, and she's playing the garden games. And I tuck her in this little pocket here for safekeeping. And so she's a interaction object there. So, but anyway, I had so much fun doing the croquet and collecting pink flamingos, and we've just had a ball with it. And here's the tree with the rabbit hole, and I felted a rabbit hole, psychedelic hole, and I used real tree bark. This is tree bark um, from one of the pine cones down here where I live. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Heather. Hi, Barbara. Hey, I think I've said hi to most everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. So, but Barbara, our very own Barbara Chicken Pot Pie, she's from Canada. She would probably enjoy it if I did a book on Canada. I was talking about maybe after I get finished with this book and my Australian book, I will be caught up, and then I can think about my next subject book. And I was thinking about Canada, Barbara. What do you think? Do you think that would be a splendid idea? I hope so. We'll see what she says. But I do have a few Sherry Haplings up there, and Barb Fillion's up there. I've got several girls up there. Let's see if she's paying attention. She's saying hi to everybody. Hi, Angela. So anyway, these are some more of the pages and more cutouts and printouts and things that people sent me. And I printed a lot of things out. And here's another page, and this was a napkin, and it had a crown on the napkin. So I put it. The servant here is carrying the queen's crown into her, and she's talking to Alice, and she's saying, "Off with their head." So I have an HP printer. Uh, I'm not sure if I got it at Best Buy or Walmart, and it does pretty good. And I had an HP printer once before, and I had it for like 10 years at home. I wore that. I wore the rubber things off of it, and I painted her one day, and I got into the mood. I wanted to do her with her long neck, so I want to do a paper doll with her long neck tonight. That's what I want to do. So Barbara says, "Splendid, Beth. Oh, Canada, our home and native land. Sherry lives 10 minutes by car away from me." Well, that's great, Barbara. Well, now, Barbara, I have a favor to ask now. Will you, there's no hurry, but could you go around and pick up some Canadian things? Just you can, instead of mailing me the whole brochures, maybe just a few fussy cut things from Canada, from the magazines, anything like the flag. It could be your native. Do you have an animal that is your on to your state? You know, the native, like ours is the eagle, and you can send me anything that's related to Canada, and then I'll do a Canada book next. But I always like to collect things to put in it, before I actually make the book. So uh, everybody saying hello to everybody. That's good. Oh, thank you, Barbara. And just even if you have, if you can think of if you can think of a few quotes or something from Canadians that are like famous for you guys, you can, if you find the song, your Canadian song, I can maybe frame it a little bit and put it in the book too, and just anything that you can think of that's related to Canada, and stickers, and because everybody sent me so many things for Alice in little cards and little book, just printable things, and I can also look things up on the internet too, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun to do Canada. So anyway, this page here is almost done, and I'm going to put the king and the queen in here, and we figured out how to put vellum down, and we use double-sided tape. That's how we're going to do it. We're going to use double-sided tape. That's how we do it. I thought that was double-sided tape, but I don't think it is. Maybe it is. Am I holding my mouth right? I don't think that is. I thought that was double-sided tape. I don't know what I got it in there for. It's a tape drawer. That's what it is. So anyway, I'm just going to put this on the back side of the vellum. like that. Maybe one more strip down here. That ought to hold it on for a little while. So, yep, there it is. Okay, so there's my vellums. These vellum things were really, really cute. Sue's, our very own Suzanne Hale sent them to me. They were gifts. I got some more things here that I can put down. And so that's basically all it is. It's a glue book. That's what I've been using them for. Glue books. Like that. Can't really see that very good on that page. Let's see what else we got over here. So there's the pink flamingo. And part of that was the napkin. This was a napkin, and then I painted the rest of them in. Okay. Some of these might look good over here. They show up better. I could frame them on some paper, but I think this will work. So I'm just going to glue some of these down. And there's our long neck Alice. The Mad Hatter. And the rabbit. And Alice. And another Alice. That's all right. And there's a tag. That's good. And I do have a few more pages left to finish up in here. And I'm definitely going to put this in here. This is a map of from the Alice in Wonderland, the World of Wonderland, and it's from the series of the books. And I think I'm just going to put it in here so that I can do a little something like that, and then I can open it up and look at it. So that'll work. And then on this piece of fabric, well, let's see. Teresa said, well, I finally broke down and bought a box of cereal so I can make the covers for my Viewmaster journal. A box of cereal. Oh my goodness. It could be, other type of boxes. I also used, I guess I'm going to have to show you. I used some envelopes that Joe had brought home from the post office, and they have a big clear window on them. Let's see if I can find them. What did I do with them? And I just had a couple of them, so I covered it with paper. And let's see if I can get it off without causing a crap-a-lanch. There we go. So this was an envelope that I got from the the post office. And this was the lid, and here's the strip that you tear off to seal it down with. I'm going to use this to attach it to the book, and it's going to be folded back like this in my book. So this is a page in my book, and there's a pocket, and it had this clear thing in it, you see. And I am going to put my paper dolls in it so that you can store my dolls in here like this, because I've got several dolls that I've made, and I thought it would be cute. I can store them in here, and then I can see where they are, and I can look through my dolls. So I thought that was a cute idea. And so I don't know if you can find any envelopes like this that have the big windows open in them. Every now and then I see them in the junk mail, you know. It's been a while, but anyway, that's what I'm doing with some of these envelopes that I have in my room here, and I'm trying to destash and get rid of some stuff. So that's what I'm doing. I'm using it. Use it or lose it. And so on this page, I don't need all of this. I just need a section. So if I take this half and this half, I can put them together. And I think I'm going to use my pinking shears. I've got some shears somewhere in here. Way back in the back. Well, they're not pinkers, but they're regular, the fabric shears. I got too many things in the box. I can't find what I want. All right, let's try that. So I'm going to cut on this line. And all of this fabric was donated to me. So sweet. I think Anne gifted me some of this Alice in Wonderland fabric. And I've shared some, and I've been sharing it. So instead of wasting two of these things, I'm just going to put them together like that to make one. And it's that teacup and that plate, and now I've got a piece of fabric that match. And I don't mind that little bit there. It doesn't bother me a bit. Hi, Carol. Oh, I love that, Beth. What a kind and thoughtful gift. It was, Teresa. It was, Teresa. And I can't remember who I've sent some. I can't remember who is doing, if anybody is doing an Alice in Wonderland book. I think I've sent everybody out that's doing it. Teresa's going to show it off until she gets put it together. Okay. Can't wait to see it, to see what she's got. Oh, she made some pages that Nettie sent her. Okay, that'll be great, Teresa. She'll post them in our Facebook group. That's great. Letitia's saying hi to everybody. Rachel's in the house. Mina's in the house. Hi, Samantha's in the house. Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? So anyway, I think I'm going to put some paint down on this for the background. And I think I don't really need it underneath this thing, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. at least do the edges. And I'm going to try blue. So I cleaned my water. I just think it looks prettier when the edges are painted a little bit. Just a little bit. So anyway, we have had some rain this week. We've had quite a bit of rain. I think the whole country's had rain. Ours is normal for this area. We get pop-up showers. Uh, June, July is our rainy seasons. For us, anyway, we always get afternoon showers. And we've already had our showers this afternoon. The clouds come and the clouds go. So that's just the way it is here in Florida. Uh, I will post pictures on Instagram of what I did during live Beth and in your group, if you don't mind. Yes, please. I would love to see what you what your pages. Uh, Heavenly Gifted is Letitia, and I'm probably saying it all wrong, but it's close to that. And she does. She likes to do devotions, and it's HGT is her kind of her initials for Heavenly Gifted Today. And she does stream. And if anybody wants to look her up, uh, if you don't care, Heavenly, Letitia, uh, is Heavenly Gifted Today the channel name? And they can go look it up after a bit and maybe subscribe to you. That would be good. That would be good. Sometimes if you add a little bit of water to your brush, just plain water, it helps smooths out your paint a little bit and it makes it go further. I had a little paint glob. We'll get rid of that. Um, I know that there's probably several of you all, girls and boys, that do stream. And if you do stream, you need to say, if you have a channel name, uh, say your channel name so people can write your channel name down, and then they can go over and subscribe to you. And I think that's just as good as putting your link in. But whatever you guys want to do is fine. I got a piece of my hairs in there. I'm shedding. Let me get it. Uh, there it comes. There it goes. I can't see it. I think I got it. I don't know where it is, but I got it. So, yeah. Teresa streams. Uh, Teresa, her handle is Teresa C. Little Sister Spitfire. Spitfire. And I just use my name. I don't. I didn't get creative with. I did name my Facebook group, and I think I did that about the same time as when I started streaming. Okay, that's all I'm going to do to this. This is good. And then I got another brush over here. And I will put some glue down for my fabric. Whispering Cauldron is Carol, and she streams. The Whispering Cauldron. She streams. She does a lot of nice things. I think just about all of us craft. We all do some kind of art. Okay, I got some gluage down there. Now I'm going to put my fabric down. I'm going to put it kind of thick. So it'll get on there real good. Now let's see if I can do a decent job with my fabric. And then this one lines up with the teacup and the plate. About like that. So I'll need to take a little bit of glue and put right here on the edge. See if that'll be enough. Isn't that cute? It's actually, this is a border, and then I think this is a border. It's a double border. Similar, something, somehow, some way, sort of. Okay. Okay, you all getting each other's websites. That's good. That's good. Janet Nash streams. She's got a channel. I'm sure there's more. See if I can see anybody else that's hiding. Heavenly Gifted Today's got a channel. Carol's got a channel. Teresa's got a channel. Offhand, I don't see anybody else, but that does. If I've missed you, speak up. Don't be shy. Don't be chicken. Okay, so I like that. This is looking good. And what else have I got over here that I could use? I still have some more of these. This is another thing I could put down. I have to put some double-sided tape on it. I don't guess it matters which side. I'll use this side. And so, playing in my Alice book, and I want to do a little doll. And I want to do a little felting. I just want to do it all. I just want to do everything. Heather said she's going to be streaming, and she does have a Facebook group called Craft and Share with Heather. So she has the name on her Instagram too, and I'll be looking. But if we go ahead and subscribe to her and hit the bell, that means we'll be notified. Maybe, maybe the way the way YouTube works, it's hard to tell to do things. So yeah, let us. She will. She'll let us know. And and I do not mind you sharing your art projects in my Facebook group. I'm not a seller. I don't sell things, uh, and I don't want to be used for commercial benefits. But I do want to promote you. If you just show your art, I am interested in all of your art, and I think that would be fine if you could post some of your artwork in my Facebook group. And that will let people know where to go and how and who to look for to find that art. Somebody might like that art. So that's a good thing. I don't do a lot of selling, and I don't particularly sell at all. I'm a frugal person, and I go to the thrift shops a lot. But I did watch somebody yesterday, and I have to tell you about this. It's it's a product. Oh gosh, I knew I was going to forget it. I should have wrote it down. Um, is it Stizix? 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 It's Stizix with an S, and it was called expandable paste, and it was like kind of like it was. I think it comes in colors, but it came in I think white or cream. She had, and I want to get some of that, and I'm hoping that Michaels sells it. I don't know uh, who sells Sizzix, and I'm not going to be able to ever say it because I can't say it. Anyway, it's called expandable paste, and it goes on like gesso or white paint, and then you put it. It's like if you want to put snow on a tree, then you would just dab it onto your tree, okay, and then yes, it's its own brand, yes, Sizzix, and then you put the hair dryer to it or the heat gun to it, and it expanded like popcorn. And it made it real snowy. It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. She had it. She was making little cards, and oh my gosh! And I said, and she'd put it through a stencil. But they had it. They sell several different things. The Sizzix. They had the gesso, and they had the texture paste, and they had the expandable paste. There was like a whole line of products that she was using, and I'm going to definitely look into it. So it was a nice product that I've never seen, and the next time I go to Michael's, I'm going to go look for it, or Hobby Lobby. So anyway, there's that little page. I didn't do too much there. Let's see what else I got back here. I can use. I've used a lot of my stuff. I really have. Um, I've got some of these borders. I've got hearts, and I might be able to use this paper. And I saved all my little scrappies from all of the paper that I've cut up and used, because you just never know what you're going to need for a little accent. And so what I'm going to do now with even got this or this. I like this. So what I'm going to do with this is get my little tiny flower. I got a baby flower. And I'm going to punch some flowers out of this paper. See if I can do it this way. And I'm going to put these little flowers on the border. That's what I'm going to do. And all these different prints. Some of these. I have used every bit of this Alice paper, scrap looking paper. I think Nettie sent it to me, and I have used every scrap, every bit of it in the book. Nothing went to waste. And maybe some clubs. And maybe some of these. I think I got those. And I'll still save the rest of these for something.
Well, what do you think?
Hi, Joe. It's for me to play with.
Oh, what's that?
Punch outs.
Oh, somebody give you a punch out?
Yep. So what I'm going to do is take this glue and dot it on my page. Like this. Hi, Joe.
Hi.
What you doing, Joe?
Me, nothing.
Nothing. They're just watching me play in my Alice book.
Oh, she'll be in that Wonderland all night long.
I tell you.
Just like that lady who's got that big bathtub full of hot water. She says, Calgon, take me away.
Calgon, take me away.
Take me away, Calgon.
Oh, Walmart.com has the paste. Yay, hi, Janice. Janice Glines is here.
Hi, Janice.
Thank you, sweetie.
Well, she's sharp. She's right on the ball. You're doing a fine job, young lady.
I'll just go right on in there and put that in my little cart.
Oh, yeah. Her little Joe will run right over and pick it up.
Well, they'll mail it to me, too.
What kind of glue did you get?
It's going to be It's going to be expandable paste. It's a texture paste, but it's not like my spackle.
What color is it?
It comes in a white and a cream, I think.
Oh.
And what you do is when you use it, I have to read the directions. I don't know if you have to let it dry or if you have to put the heat gun to it before it dries. I'm not sure. I think you probably would put it on before it dried. And then it blows up like little popcorn.
Oh.
It expands with the heat. You know how you got your caulking that expands, caulking in a can, and you squirt it in a hole and then it expands out when you use your caulking in a can? It's kind of like that, only it's like glue. It looks like glue.
Mm.
I just know I'm going to love it.
Just like the stuff I put on the roof.
Might be.
It's white and expands, and it
keeps it from leaking. But this is you put it on your art
Oh.
So let's see here. How many more do I have left? I just need.
Well, I sure am glad to see there's 19 girls and 7 thumbs up. My goodness. That's
Just
big.
7?
Just 7,
I don't care.
8. I can count to 20.
Uh-huh.
10. My God, it's on fire.
Everybody's jumping on the thumbs.
Oh, I love you all. Y'all are so sweet. If I if I could just get half as many thumbs up as Beth gets people, I'll be happy. I hope y'all have had a good beginning of a weekend. We started ours out in a little bit of a thunderstorm again, from consisted over to last week. It carried over a little bit this week, but I think it's going to die down here. Hopefully, by the time Friday night or Saturday morning gets here. There's the launch. When is the launch?
I don't know. We should be having another one.
I think it's tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay, just a few more. And I think I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more blue dots.
Well, we sure need this rain a little bit.
6.
Certain people probably don't. I just, I don't know what to say.
Five and 6. I think that'll do it. I think that'll do
It was on my
it.
leg. What was on there? You liked it, didn't you? Stick it on there. I think it was some kind of sweetness or something. Was it?
Uh-huh. Come on. There should be 2 more laying around here.
Oh, excuse me.
No. Did I miscount? Good gravy. 2 more. It's all right. I could do 2 more.
So.
Yep.
Anybody had an exciting week so far?
Yeah, has anything happened? Does anybody have any exciting news? Okay, there's my page. I think it looks all right. Just need to let it dry.
Yeah, that's cute.
I kind of goofed up on that, but you can't tell, but I can tell from over here.
Oh, yeah.
It's wrinkly, but I can't get it up. I don't think I can get it up because it's glued down on the paper.
Uh-huh.
That's all right. That's okay. That's all right. It won't hurt a thing.
No.
So I'm going to put this over and let it dry. And I do have 1.5 more pages to do in my Alice book. I could do a little bit more over here.
Alice.
Yeah, there's I drew her. And
you drew that one too.
I did. This part is the napkin.
Yeah.
And then I painted the bottom part.
I think you've done a wonderful. You just amaze me.
I can do the bottoms.
Yeah.
And I do have. I've been sort of casually been putting the date on some of my work, just to give an idea of when I did do these things. So I'll put today's date on that one. We'll let this dry and we'll go over to the Australia book while we're gluing.
Australia.
Is
that Mima?
No. Australia, we've got Christina's Shack.
Shack, yeah.
Cindy Bushell. And
that must be in English. Bushell.
Well, I'm not sure. It could be because her husband's family is from England.
Well, there you go.
I could be.
Figure
Well,
it
there's
out.
Brian. You know what? I was just thinking of you this morning, Brian. I knew there's Brian. B&D Crafts is Brian. And I was going to send you a card because I haven't heard from you since you moved. And there's Deb. Deb is at home.
Deb
Good. Um, uh, Bishop and me, Bishop to me is Deb. Her name is Deb.
Oh, Bishop to me. Okay.
And she said she's home now. Yay, yay. So
Glad you're
Brian,
home.
are you moved in? Are you settled in? I want, and you need to send me, probably give me your new address. Hi Sharon. Sharon's in the house.
Sharon Lombard.
Yep. So I did do this morning or an hour ago. I I did these two little things. I made a little pocket, and I got a little card from Christina's Shack. This was she sent to me earlier, and she made a little ACT card on the other side, and it's just so cute. It's just so cute.
That is cute.
So I put it. I made a little pocket to put in,
Yeah.
and I've got some more stuff back here. And I did go through some of these things, and I put stickers down. I did the stamps a week or two ago,
Yeah.
and so this is just it is what it is. I have no clue. I just started sticking things down, and that's how the scrapbook went. And this was the front of the book, and I put some more stickers over here, and
Those koala
I kind
bears
of
are
got
so pretty.
I,
They're
I
just
got carried
adorable.
away with the stickers, but that's okay.
I like that
So,
picture right there. That little guy's got his eyes.
and we
He looks.
painted him. We
Yeah.
painted him back
Yeah.
here. This is or drawed him. I sketched him, and this was an adventure. I watched this video at least 3 times. I've watched it again and again, and I was watching how I evolved because it was a blank piece of paper, and I started out with the sketching of this. I had the oval, and I put down scrapbook paper all over everything first. Then I did the oval, and then I painted this picture here. Here, I mean, this is where I got my sketch from, my
Your
inspiration.
inspiration.
And I sketched it, and I liked what I did. And then I said, well, I got to do something here. And if I just had left it alone, it would have been fine too. But the end results, I like it. I still like it, So it's just like you're looking out a window, and you're in a room full of flowers, and you're looking out the window to see the tree.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, it's okay.
Yeah,
I just
looks
had
cool.
to I had to
Looks
do
cool.
something. I had to do something.
If I would have did it any different, I would have put. I would have put bib overalls on both of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they look like little country boys.
So anyway, I've got some more
They're so cute.
things that I could put in over here, and I do have a Melbourne
Wow.
napkin,
Look at that. That's
and
awesome.
that would look good. That would look
Yeah.
good
Looks
over
like a
here.
stadium. Is that the?
It's
Yeah.
Melbourne, the city of Melbourne, Australia,
Oh,
and
so
these
it's
are the cord or the capital
capital.
and the uh, important buildings, and then one of the trolley cars.
Yeah, that could be the building of the money. And
It could
it
be.
looks like a
And then I got this
more
little
fortified type
napkin,
of
so I
thing.
might have to cut some of these
Oh my
out.
gosh, look, they're all over the place.
They're everywhere. So we could still put Aussie rules, and I could put this napkin here or here. I might have if I go over the middle, I can get that napkin on there. That's what I'm going to do right there.
Oh yeah.
So I'm
that
just going
about
to
fits. You don't
I'm
have
just
to
going to
cut
go ahead and just get her down.
Get her done.
Put a little bit of glue down there.
We was watching some YouTube the other night, and there was a full size kangaroo several of them out in the Australia. I think it might have been Australia.
That's where they're natives.
And this guy had a drone, and he was just wanting to get some pictures of them as close as he could. Well, this kangaroo did not like it, and
they're territorial. I think
he was trying to kick that drone out of the air.
He caught the drone,
and he caught that drone
and tore it up.
And tore, yeah, about $1,500.
But he got it. He got the drone back so that he could get the film, the video off of it. So, but he broke the drone. Yeah.
He said every time he said he was going just about as fast as he could.
Well, you were bugging him. You were bugging him.
Yeah.
He was tailing him, and he thought he was offensive. Teach him to.
Well, I think it had a little baby. I think it had a joey in it.
It might have been protection. That's right. Yeah, he was running with the joey.
Yeah, because I seen this.
The joey was just he was almost bobbing. Falling out.
Yeah, he was bobbing out of the pocket.
It was kind of cute, in a scary way.
In a scary way, because that would have.
So anyway, I am going to just sort of do a little trim job. And I can make this napkin fit. And you're going to say, how's she going to make that fit when it goes over the page like that? Well, let me just show you. If you take and off the excess, and then this trolley car is already on top of this building. So if I move the trolley car over just a little bit, it'll fit on this page. I could even do a fold, maybe a fold, and get by with a fold.
You're going to trim around the wheels?
I can, but it's going to be clear. It'll go clear. So what I was going to do is just barely tuck that under and put that, well, I could go as far as that page. And then I want to go as far as this page. And then I'll fold that under, and it fits. Did you see how I did that?
I wouldn't have done it that way. But
did you see how I did that?
I think that's a better way than I thought.
I think it's an excellent idea. So I'm just going to hold my fingers down real tight and add a little gluage underneath that.
Well.
And glue her down. Glue her down. And then I've got the rest of the napkin I can put on there too.
Yeah.
I'm going to put Melbourne on there.
Well, it just fits right in there.
It did.
Where'd you get that in?
Christina sent me some napkins, and I can't remember what everybody has sent me, but
she does write at least half of them down.
Yeah, I do write a lot of them down, and I can always go back on stream and see where they all come from too. But I can't remember everything, but I try. But my memory is overloaded sometimes when I get Happy Meal. So if I thank you, it's from the heart. So I got that part down, and then I got this one. So let's trim it up and see if I can overlay it onto the top over here and leave my Melbourne on there. Like that, and see if I can't just slip it in here. I think I can.
You think you can?
Yeah.
You think you can?
I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. And all these little scrappies can go in the garbage. So, here it goes.
Yep.
Aussie rules. I had to get a new.
That's the state capital.
I had to get a new glue brush out. Everybody was making fun of my glue brush last week, and I laid it down on the table like that, and I left the room.
Oh, God.
I always put it in water or back in my glue jar, and I messed up. Yep. It dried hard as a rock. Good old glue. So I had to throw it away. But I have a new one. But you know, that glue brush was probably 2 years old. I kid you not. I've had it since the beginning when I first started streaming. So look, I just did a page. Isn't that neat?
Yeah, that's really nice.
Uh-huh. I like it. And I'm just going to stick this back here. And this is some more things that Christina sent me. She sent me a bunch of stuff.
You sure did.
She did.
Nice
She's
stuff.
a keeper, let me tell you. I wasn't expecting that much. But she did. And I'm just going to check this little thing out to see what she sent me in here. Maybe I can. I'm telling you, there's tons of stuff in here. Another card. This is a playing card.
Oh,
Wildlife of Australia. I can make a tag.
Wow.
I could put it in my pocket.
Oh, that's definitely a tag card.
And then I've got this looks like it might be a piece of paper. And I'm going to glue it right there. Matches that paper. And she sent me a bird. And I believe this is one of the parrots that are native to Australia. I saw that on some Australian stickers. Here's the Fiji Islands. That's down in that area. They're close to where she lives. I'm going to put that in here. Fiji Islands. Here is some artwork, and it says on show, a starfish and bird of paradise. This is the starfish, and this is the bird of paradise. I've got this in my backyard. My bird of paradise is white. And then this is called fusion glass. I've seen this at our art gallery down here where I live, and I love fusion glass. It is awesome stuff. Step this way and inside out and around about. Mixed Media Works by Kate Bray. And the fusion glass is by Wendy Arnett. So this is cool. It won't fit on this page. And here's another native bird. It's the eastern curlew. And it can be spotted in Toondah Harbor. And I watched this video last night too, where she gave me this little book, and I was channel surfing, and the video came up with this on it, and I was showing Happy Mail, and I said, well, I wonder who sent me that. It was Christina, and I'm going to go ahead and write her name in the front of the book because I will forget. I just will. That's just normal.
No, you won't.
Normal.
You've already had a secondary memory recall on it, and that's all you really need. Unless you're talking about 20 years from now.
So anyway, thank you. And I love this little book.
Yeah, that book is cute.
And it's got Mitchell Amy Lee Sport. And I'm not sure if I don't know what that means. But it looks like soccer. But it looks like an old children's book. And then she made little papers in the back of it out of scrap papers and things. And this is just a piece of cardstock from some packaging, some tags. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to stick it right here. Got her name in it. And then this is an index card that she gave me, and she wrote me a happy note. This needs to go in my Happy Mail book. And I've got an envelope right here from last Tuesdays. This will go in my envelope, in my Happy Mail book. And I have some koalas. Come find me. So I think I'm going to glue this down. And she made it into like a little trifold card. I love it. And he is just so adorable. Hello. So I'm going to glue it in my book just like this, and then it'll be interactive. Here's another one of the parrots that is native to their land. And here is some more native birds, and it's on box of it. Looks like a tissue box. So that'll go in here somewhere. And then I have a couple of cards that are landmarks. And these might be good for tags to let them, so I can see both sides. That might be good. I do have a deeper pocket in the back of all of these that go down into the bottom of the page. Just see how far down it goes. Because it should go down that far if I can find it. Okay, we'll just have to make another pocket on another page. No problem.
I'll tell you what mountain that is. A volcano.
It's a rock, and it is called an Aluru. It looks reddish brown, and it depending on the sunlight and the time of the day, it can appear to change colors and can even look purplish. But it's a rock formation.
Wow.
And it's like
out west.
Yeah, it's like something that happened, a long time ago.
Iron rock. That's why it's red.
And then this is the one, and
theater.
It's like a theater in Sydney. Yeah, the amphitheater. It's called the Opera House. You're so smart. So yeah. So these will go in here for sure. I just don't know where exactly. And I might just have to make some hanging tags. And I can do that.
Yeah. You put a little
eyelet
in it so it wouldn't tear it up or anything. Nice. Where's your eyelet gun? Where's your eyelet punch?
Right here.
Oh. There's your other one up there, by the way. I'll put it up there out of the way.
See, I'm going to put it right here in the middle.
Oh.
And then I'm going to get an eyelet. And I'm going to put it in the hole. I have not fed the girls.
Oh. What's that with you? Why didn't you tell me?
Did Nora come in? She's been outside all day
she's
long.
Been out there with me. Yeah.
It's really not too bad out today, is it?
It just rained for about
in and out.
minutes.
The sun keeps coming in and out, and it did rain a little bit this afternoon. Cloudy.
Enough for me to smash about 2 cases of cans. What?
And then I squish it, and then it folds the back of the eyelet down like that, and there's the front.
You want to go for a ride?
Won't you walk her out front?
Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
Get the mail.
Oh,
okay. This goes out to the mail the next time you go out there.
Okay.
So there's my other eyelet, the back side, and then this is the front side. Yeah, I love this little eyelet thing. I have really gotten my money's worth out of it.
What's that called? The gator?
This is called the crocodile. It's an alligator. I didn't realize it was
so complex.
No, it's not crocodile. It's not an alligator. It's a crop a dial.
Crop-a-dial.
C-R-O-P.
Oh.
And when they first said, crocodile, I said, well, I want a crocodile. I can use a crocodile. Well, silly me. I misunderstood. That's all I am. I'm just a misunderstood child. Just misunderstood. So there's that. I keep it up here where I can get to it. My little crocodile. Yeah. So then I need to find some real pretty yarn. Oh, I should have put an eyelet on here too. I can still do it. I'm getting there, guys, and I'm not reading chat. So you guys are talking about some things, and that's great.
And I don't have chat over here, or I would have told every one of you ladies, you are so sweet, and thank you for 16 thumbs up, and I love you, and I'll talk to you when I get back.
Yeah, I've never really Googled and figured out why
Yeah, why is that?
the chat doesn't work on my computer when I'm streaming live. I can only do it on my iPad or on my phone. I don't know why. So anyway, I'm going to turn my book around and I'm going to put these in here so that they dangle. And so they're going to dangle right here. And right here. And then I get to put another eyelet, some eyelets in. And this will keep my pages from tearing. Not that my card is going to be so big that it's going to tear a hole, but it's just for looks. It just makes it look good, which is why we do art pages and stuff. And stuff. Okay. Then I take my crocodile back and I squeeze it. And it worked. And I do this one over here. And it worked. Perfect. Now I'm done with this for a little while. For a little while. And it only goes in there one way. If you have it in there backwards, it just doesn't fit as nice. Just a saying. So now let's see if I can find some yarn or something that kind of matches. I could do orange and yellow. I think that'll be what I'll do. I need enough for two. Let's see what it's doing here. It's getting all knotted up, but that's okay. I won't hold it against them. So I'm just going to do two. I should put just a little bit of green with this because I do have a touch of green and it'll make it pretty with the three collars. And the hole is big enough that I can get it through the holes without any problem. And this yarn here is more like it's more like crochet thread. It's not, you can't separate it like embroidery thread. So it's more like crochet thread. So there's one, and I shall tie it in the hole at the same time. And I feel something wet over here. I need to open that page up so it doesn't dry to each other. So there I have my card. Like that. I'm going to just maybe tie a bow. I think that would look cute. like that. And then I'm going to do it again over here. And then I'm done with that. And I will go in with my tails like that. And I'll do it again over here. And then I'll tie it on here. Lickety split, and I'm off grid. Okay, let me go ahead and tie it. I'm off. There I am. Tie a little bow. So, and then I can turn it back upside down. Right side up. So I've got my tags on here, and we can see the backs. And I'm going to let this dry over here. Tore my napkin up. I think I can fix it. Can you believe it? I think I can fix it. I think I fixed it, believe it or not. Uh, Lucky me. Woohoo! So I've got my Duraclear. I'm going to put a little Duraclear on my napkins because it's got varnish in it. And I will use my glue brush to spread it out a little bit. Just on half the page. That's all I need. Okay, let's see how that works. I will leave this open and let it dry now. Always something. Oops. Okay, I'm going to put my brush in the water now. I'm going to lay this over here and let it dry and see what else we can do. I have not felted yet, so I guess I need to get my felting out because you know I love to felt. And this will go in the Australia book too, so I'm not going to lose it. I'll put it in the Australian book. I can still do that. Okay. So I do have my felting here, and I've been working on my mermaid, and I'll show you what I did the other day. I've got some glitter glue. Glitter glue is from the Dollar Tree, and you can see the little dots right there, and they do shine. And I do have some sequins on there. There's a sequins in her hair too. Um, I had a hard time with the glue and the wool fuzz. Um, so there you can see the glitter glue with the sequins. And I did around here is glitter glue, and then some more around this one, and more on her tails. So I thought she looked really good, and I think I'm done with her. Um, I could probably still do a little more uh, uh, needling around her edges just to tighten her up a little bit. But I think she's done. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put her with my paper dolls for safekeeping. And I have started a a beach and mermaid envelope, and I've started to collect anything related to the beach, beachy looking. This is like the ocean and the seashells from Happy Mail. This is from Becky Waters. And then I also found a mermaid out of a magazine. So I'm starting to collect some mermaid things. And I don't know if I'm going to do a mermaid book, but I might be able to do a mermaid book if I collect enough. There's a mermaid, and this is like in one of those embroidery catalogs. So I'm just going to start collecting mermaids, and if I get enough, to do, if I get a whole lot of stuff, I can do a book like my Alice book. Um, so we'll see. We'll look into that later. But it'll take me a while to collect a bunch of stuff. Um, but she is. I think she's done. I think I've done all that I can do on her, and I did work on her arms so that she didn't look like a muscle man. She was really stocky last week, and I sort of went like this down the edges of her arm to tighten them in and make it a little more feminine, because she is a swimmer, and she's got strong arms to swim. Of course, she has a nice strong tail too. But that's what I did with her arms. I tightened them in a little bit. So anyway, so what I was doing with my envelopes that I had over here, um, and I had these big envelopes, and I was putting my dolls in them, and I thought, well, she could go in one of these too. I'm going to have um, several of I have more than one of these envelopes, and they go all the way down to here, so I can push her tail all the way down, or I can put her head the other direction. So it's going to be a chunky book. It's going to be a chunky book, and I can still put these dolls in here. Um, but this is just the first page that I have in the book. And so I'm working on that on the side. So these are the little leftover things that I didn't get to use. I didn't have to use. So that's fine. So those little glitter things can go. So tonight I haven't thought of anything uh, to I have not been watching chat. My goodness, chat's gone. So, what would you like for me to felt tonight? I can do a starfish or a shell or another figurine. I haven't done anything in the Aussie. Well, actually, I do. I have that koala bear is felted. This is felted. It's a pin, a koala bear. Um, and I felted a couple things in my Alice book. So, what else? What else could I felt tonight? Do y'all have anything in mind? Can you all think of brainstorm anything for me? Rachel said, Becky, if I did it, I would be here saying, ouch, ouch. um, if anybody is interested in felting, I've done it for over 2 years, and I do have videos about felting. Yeah, I could do a starfish. You do? Okay, well, let me do a starfish. And it can go with my mermaid. It'll be a character type of star. Well, let me see. Let me just see. What I'll do is I'll go over here and type in starfish and see what kind of images I get. Wow. I'll go to images. When I think of a starfish, I think of an orange one like this, something like that. And they've got pink ones, and these are real starfish. And I have seen this sundial starfish before on the beach. I have one time. And then there's cartoon starfish, but I'm gonna go look for the real one. I'm gonna not go put the face on him. I don't think I want the face. So and they do crawl around like that. They do crawl around, but when they're on the beach and they dry out like a star. So I do have the right kind of colors. So I'm gonna make a starfish. So I'm going to need some of my oranges and the dark orange and a little bit of yellow. Yeah, uh-huh. And maybe a little contrasting deep deep in the center, and put a little bit of blending in and use this color, the burgundy, to blend with the orange. And I do have some browns, but I don't think I need that. I might need some of the bright orange, but not a whole lot of it. But oh, this is an orangey red. I'm gonna bring that out too, just for giggles. And then I might need a little bit of white for the bumpies, the little bumpities. He's got little bumpities on there. So let's try that at first and see if we can make a starfish. And it won't take a whole lot of it won't take a lot of wool. And if you have cookie cutters that is like a star, you can use your cookie cutters to help you with. And as much as I've been doing this, I think I can probably do it. Uh, this is my little felting pads, and they're all felted together. And if you're working on something that's solid white, you want to clean one of these. And but since I'm just working with orange, I don't think any of this will pick up onto my starfish. So I will take my needles. I've got these little tiny baby needles. Whew. And I'm going to put that one right there for safekeeping. I have actually, I need to go ahead and put them up. I have a little roll, a little bed roll here on my pin cushion. And when you open it up, it's got all these needles in there. And this is my needle holder, because a lot of times your needles go down into your pin cushion and you can't find them. So this is where these baby needles go. And these little tiny baby needles are great for seed beads, little tiny seed beads, if you're sewing them on a project. And then I do have a pearl pin. So I'm just going to roll this back up. and it just lives on my pin cushion, and I stick it into the roll and hold it down on my pin cushion so it doesn't flop open. And there's my pin cushion, and this pin cushion is felted as well. See, this needle came out of the bottom. That's where when I talk about you losing your needles, you could probably find some more coming through the bottom. You have to be careful when you look for needles, and you gently squish it. Like right there's one, or something's pointy. Something's coming through there. But anyway, it's just a wool ball, and I made a pincushion out of it. It lives right there. Okay, now back to my starfish. This could go in my little goodie box there. So I'm going to start off with let's see if I can't add to photos, because every time I touch my internet, it takes me somewhere else. So I took a picture of it, so now it's in my photos, like that. Let's see if I can get it to turn. But there's my starfish. So I'm going to just start out. It's got some yellow around the edges of it, maybe some white. And the yellow is more of a lighter color than this yellow. So what I can do is make a lighter yellow by taking some of this yellow and adding some of this white to it. And you can use your carding brushes if you want to. And since it's such a little amount, I'm just going to do it by hand. I don't mind doing it by hand. And I'm mixing this yellow up to give me a real light yellow. Not so bright. I just want a real pale, pale, pale sunshine yellow. And I actually have two different kind of wools here but I can still blend them. One of the wools came from Hobby Lobby, and it was a different type of roving wool. And then the white wool that I have is merino wool, and it's got long hair on the sheep. About 2 inch is the length of the hair on the sheep, and this one is it's a mixture of a lot of short hair, about 1 inch. But I can still blend them together and make a the shade I want. After you get into your wools, you'll understand what I'm trying to tell you. There's a there's I looked it up one time, and there were over 50 different kind of sheep, and there's probably more than that. There's probably 100 different kinds of sheep breeds, and they categorize them, some of them together, as mixed breeds and things. But there's lots of different kind of sheep, and they all have a characteristic wool. And when I was a little girl, I didn't know about different kinds of wool. I just knew that wool was itchy, you know. And the wools that the merino wools that they have bred, um, they have the softest wool, and it's the most popular wool today, and it doesn't itch like the old-fashioned wool. And the wools that grandmother had, and they got it off of the sheep in the backyard, you know, and they didn't had no clue what kind of sheep they had, but they knew that they could take and spin the wool, you know. So uh, that we have uh, modernized the wools these days, and we know which ones are best for felting, and which ones are best for yarn, making yarn, and uh, for clothing and things, and it's not itchy like it used to be. But a wool is a good fiber to keep you warm in the winter, and there's the natural oils in the wool. It's called lanolin. That lanolin is an oil, but it's real thick, and it was like a water repellent to wools. So that's why a lot of fishermen, deep sea fishermen, wear wool collar neck sweaters because it keeps them warm and dry. So there's lots of history about wool, lots and lots of history. So anyway, this wool is much lighter now, isn't it? It's softer, and I think it matches the lighter yellow in my starfish around the edges. So I'm going to start with this wool and make my starfish. And I'm just going to maybe divide it into uh, maybe three sticks. Like, I keep seeing this blue through the edge of the wool, and I'm thinking there's something in here. I see this paint on my thumb. It's driving me nuts. It's shining through my wool. Hi, Vanessa. Okay. I'm just chit chatting here, and going to make a starfish, and I only need 5. And there's a story about the stars on the points. None of them are are directly across from the other. There's 5 of them, and they're all. I'll have to demonstrate it on paper. Um, there was something about it, and I can't remember now what the story was on it. But the stars, the pointy parts of the star, none of them are directly across from each other. They're all just slightly off to make that 5-star. So now I'm going to take my needle, and I'm just going to start making the 5 stars. Because this one goes in between this one, and this one goes in between this one, and this one goes in between this one, and this one goes in between this one. So none of them are directly across from each other. And I don't know where I learned that from and why I learned that. I have no idea. But if you want to make a proper starfish, none of the points are directly across from another star. Trivia. Maybe somebody will know what I'm talking about. So I've just put down it's more of a sunshine yellow than this bright yellow. You can see the difference. Hey, I found something. It's a little push pin. It must have came off of my pin cushion. I don't know. I'll put it in my pin cushion. So anyway, I'm starting to make my starfish, and this is my first layer. And I want to keep lifting it up off of my pad, so I don't felt it all the way down. And you can even turn it over and felt the other side a little bit. I don't think I need this for now. Save it for later. Save all your scraps. There's no waste. There's no waste in this projects. Any felting, you have no waste. If you have have something like this that is to be thrown away or that you don't want to use it anymore, then you would put it in the middle of something that you're making and use it for stuffing. Everything is usable, but I'll use that for something. I might continue to use it on this. That's what I'll do. I'll put some more down here. But I love the felt. I love the crunch of the needle. And I've gotten more needles where I could do three at a time and stab it faster. And I've got another needle that has 10 needles in it, and you can punch real fast and get your job done. But I enjoy the process of the felting and the process of it knitting together and forming to make something. It's very pleasing. It's a pleasing craft to me. And you have to be careful with the needle and not poke yourself. And I haven't poked myself today, but I did poke myself the other day when I was working on the mermaid, and it caught my skin, and it didn't really hit. It didn't bleed. It just caught skin, but it taught me a lesson to stay away from the needle. That's what you have to do. Stay away from that needle. So it happens. But if you're doing what I'm doing, you're not hitting it real hard. Uh, I'm poking it in, but I'm tacking it together. I'm just kind of getting all the fibers going going together to make the starfish. Uh, just to get it to be together and start making the starfish. It's not refined by any means yet. And you want to keep lifting it off your pad or you will felt it down. And there are times when you do want it to be felt down, but not yet. It's going to be probably an ornament for us. This is going to be an ornament. And if you have a real loose spot right in here, you can go at an angle and tighten it up right there and connect that joint. It's fun. So you want to make the points out here. Practice that. Get the points of the starfish. And we are going to put some orange on top of this. And I'm just defining the edges a little bit and getting the points going out here. You have to be careful and not break your needle. If you go in at that direction, you have to come out at that direction. If you go in at the side, you have to come out at the side. Sometimes you want to turn your project around and go at a different angle. I love it. I think it's fun. And I love blending the colors. Oh, I just really get into the color blending and how I soften that yellow up. I just love it. I really like it. Can you tell? I really like it. So I think you can see what I'm doing on the light yellow. Gonna lift it up and flip it over. What is it? What's the starfish name in SpongeBob? Uh, there's a starfish in the cartoon. Hi everybody that's come in. I know Rebecca came in, Vanessa came in, Renee's here, Becky's here, and little Cheryl's here. She had her dinner. She's probably on the couch. Heather's still here. Hi, everybody. Brittany's here. And she's starting to stream called Blinger Creations. And it's her name is Brittany Linger. So it's Belinger. I love it. It's Blinger. Yeah, bling it on. Patrick. Thank you, Teresa. She's got grandchildren. She knows these things. I don't have any little ones around to. I don't have any little ones around to watch cartoons anymore. They're all big. They're growing up. They're all four. I've got one just turned 23, and then the youngest one I think is 15. So they will all be driving here pretty soon. I think one of them's going to get. Well, I think he's already got his license, or he's getting them this summer. So I am ready to put some oranges down, and I'm thinking I'm going to take these two together. Well, hi girls. Nora and Abby just barged right in.
Did you buy a new one?
Cheryl put a wool felting kit in above. Thank you, Cheryl. So I'm going to take some of the bright orange. I'll take 3 cups. This is called finger drafting, and these are called tufts of wool. And I'm going to do 3 of the. This is like a peachy orange. This is regular orange. And you can draft it off. Sometimes you got to get it started a little bit. There's a tuft. There's 2. I'm going to do 3. 3.5. And so I'm going to blend these together by finger carding them. This is merino wool, and it's about a 4-inch length. And I'm just going to finger card them apart together and mixing them up, just kind of like the way you shuffle cards. The kids are back. They went shopping. They weren't gone very long. I think they might go to Daytona tomorrow. I think they want to go up there and spend the night. And I think that's great. I think they should if they want to. Heather says, I have 5 children and my husband had 4. Okay. So when you got married, now we have 9 children and 10 grandchildren. And you'll be 44 next month. Whew. Way to go, Heather. And some of my grandchildren are older than your own. Well, that happens with your mixed his and hers. Yeah, that's okay. That's just the way it is these days, Heather. That's the new normal. There's nothing wrong with that. So anyway, I'm mixing the light orange and the regular orange together, and you can sort of see it streaking, and it's starting to mix. Starting to mix. But the kids got up this morning and went to the beach over here. I'm only 15 minutes from the beach. And they were out for about 3 hours. And then they come back and they were in the pool. and they stayed there for about an hour, and then they all had a snack, and they left and went shopping, and then I think they went out to eat, and now they're back home. They can't stay away. So my mom and dad was like that. I have 5 half siblings. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. We don't say half siblings in my family. I got 2 half siblings, but I never say that. They're my brothers because we were raised together. So we don't even say that word. They're just my brothers. They're all my brothers. But I didn't know about my brothers until like high school. And I think they knew about it. Of course, they knew about it because they were of age. Hi, Joe. What you got? Is that a sweetheart
Mm-hmm.
in the
It's an
middle?
orange cream.
It's a Twizzler. I don't want all. I just want one bite. Let me test it. They've got some of these that have sweet tart in the middle. That's pretty good. Here,
It's got vanilla.
it's vanilla. It's like
Orange crust.
a dreamsicle. So anyway,
What's up? You got something to drink?
I do. I have something to drink. It's empty though.
What do you want?
Hi, Janelle.
What do you think about that?
Is this for sleepwear?
No.
What's it for?
You just wear it.
That's a moo.
But it's not very moo on me.
It's different.
What
She's
color?
got her little jumpsuit on. It's cute.
That was $7.
I'd sleep in it.
I thought, if it doesn't look good on me, I'll just pass it to somebody else.
Well, it might be. Maybe you can use it for Halloween. I'm just saying, if you wanted to go with it.
I guess you could wear it out to dinner or something. Turn
It's,
around. Let me see if your butt looks good in it.
And my butt don't get in it.
Oh, well, that don't look good. No dinner.
No.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. We went.
Turn around. Let me see.
We went over to the. It's
Oh,
not.
it looks okay.
If it was one size bigger, it would probably be okay.
where'd you find it at?
We went to that Tanger Outlet Mall, and it was in an 8 Below shop.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
Now,
All
listen.
the clothes are 8 Below. Probably come.
When you went that way and you got off the exit,
Did you all go out to eat?
We did. And there's spaghetti and chicken Alfredo in there, and breadsticks and salad.
Did you go to the Stone House?
No, we couldn't
Oh.
find the Stone House.
Okay.
We ended up at Fred never was eating at an Olive Garden,
Oh, okay.
and they decided that is.
Did he like it? What he got?
Well, he got spaghetti with meatballs, and he said it was. He said it's all right.
He'll be hungry in an hour, won't he?
Yeah. But he ate. You know how you get the whole bowl. You know how
Okay.
you get the whole bowl.
I'm on.
Sorry.
So I blended the dark orange and the light orange together, and you can
Oh,
tell the
okay.
difference. You can see the third color in here. You know, it's got this in it and it's got this in it, and now it's more like a tangerine. Ooh. So anyway, I'm gonna put this color on the starfish next. Janelle came in here with an outfit on. She got a jumpsuit.
a moo jumpsuit.
No, it wasn't a muumuu. It was a
Oh.
pants jumpsuit.
Oh, okay.
And And I thought it was really cute, and I thought it would be cute to sleep in. But she says, no, it's an outfit. I think I hurt her feelings when I said Halloween.
Yeah, well, I think you did maybe Halloween.
But I'm thinking of, when they do the 4-H Halloween parties for the kids. It would be a great outfit to wear for because they decorate the horses up and they have a Halloween uh, contest on the horses, and they decorate the horses and the riders decorate them, dress up, and so anyway, I'm laying these down in the middle of my starfish Patrick, making a real Patrick. And I'm doing little tufts at a time. I'm not doing it a whole lot at one time. It is better if I do little ones. So, oh, I think Melissa does have a Facebook. I think I'm in your Facebook group, Melissa. But I don't do a lot of running around in my Facebooks. I I look at mine and I look at my announcements, and if I see other Facebook people, notices in that, I go to their Facebook pages. But I don't really, I just don't do a lot of running around because I have my own group. So now I can start making my starfish. Here's the next step. So I'm getting there. I'm going to have to do shorter. I don't like it when it curves around like that. I'm going to have to fix my centers because they don't go from across. I'm going to show you this by hand. I think it's important. Um, the starfish, if you make a star like you do a star in the sky, this point goes to this point, and this point is across from this point, and so forth. They're never to uh, they create a star in itself. So if you were to have 5 points, they all go to the middle, but they don't go straight across. This one and this one does not go together. This one and this one doesn't go together, and this one and this one doesn't go, across. There's always a little L or a break, a bend to make it work. Uh, and so that's what I want to continue here. I can't put something all the way across from here and all the way across from here because they're not directly straight across from each other. I don't know if I'm explaining it or not. Teresa, no, I did not. Yeah, Melissa's. Uh, if you can help Melissa find her group, uh, help her out a little bit. Teresa posted something. Heather did a little video on the paper dress. Oh, how cute! She put them in a book. How cute! There you go, Heather. It's kind of like what I'm doing with my dolls. Put dolls on. I put heads and legs on my dolls. That's cool. That is so cute, Heather. Teresa posted her summer journal. She's been working on a summer journal with Aunt Beck's Creations. If you would like to see these, you can go to my Facebook group and see them. Summertime fun. Very good. Okay. Is that what you want me to see? Well, hi Mary. I learned it from somebody, and they were. It was like a little trivia, and I don't know who told me that. Probably my mom. But it's like the point of this one is to the middle of this right here, and the point of this one is this. There's five because they're all. It's an odd number. If there were six, if there were six stars, then you would have three bars. But because there's five and it's an odd number, then none of them would be exactly across from each other. And I don't remember where I taught somebody. I mean, I learned it from somebody. I didn't make it up. I didn't invent it. No, I did not invent. But I thought it was very interesting. If you want to make a politically correct starfish, so I'm going to start because this strand here wants to come out in the middle of there, and I'm not going to let it do that. I'm going to try to redirect. But yep. And I know that this has taken a little time, but I'm hoping that it'll be worth it in the end as I build my legs up. I'll have to tell you next week. I've got a starfish story I can share with you Tuesday. I'm going to make me a note. Starfish. For Tuesday's devotion. There we go. Give you something to look at, think about. So, how's everybody doing in the chat room? Everybody doing okay? Oh, Teresa was working on her summer book, and now she's going to bind them. Okay. Link to Heather's group. Here's the link to Beth's group. The link to Vanessa's group. And Melissa has a group. Help Melissa with her group, girls. If you can, find her group. Find her Melissa's group. Heather says, don't forget that me and Joe have Lake Erie stories to tell one day. Oh, gosh. I do? Give me a hint, Heather. Okay, Vanessa. Let me see if I can't help you, Vanessa. I'll go to all my groups. My groups and your groups. I think it's got her name. Okay, we do search. Coloring with Melissa. It's called Coloring with Melissa. It's got a horse on the picture, Vanessa. It's a horse. You see the feet. And she shows things that she has in her room, and probably Happy Mail and some things that she's made. And she shows her coloring books. She's got some really cute stuff in here, guys. Oh boy, I want some of this. She says happy Friday to y'all, dinner for breakfast. That looks like barbecue. Uh-huh. We always have to have a little bit of food in our coloring with Melissa is her link. I'm going to let you all figure out how to share that. I don't know how to do that. I just want to do the craft. I don't want to do all the tech. Mary's trying to get all of us uh, girls and guys that do the hops. I think she wants to do them as uploads, and it's probably easier for her if we did that. And the bad, the good news is that's a great idea, but the bad news is I've never videoed and uploaded before. I'm sure I can figure it out. Uh, but with everything on my plate this week, I don't think I can do it this week. I just don't have time to fool with it. I don't want to think about that. I'm being mean. I'm being cantankerous. But I will have to put that on my to-do list and try to do a video and upload it. And see what it's all about. So now I'm just kind of going around the edges of my points, and I'm making them a little bit pointier. So what was the story on Erie? Did I tell you I had a story to tell you? Let's see. I know Joe has a Lake Erie story he wanted to share. I thought maybe you did too. Oh, okay. I have to ask him. He stepped out. I've never been to Lake Erie, uh, but I can tell you a story about Lake Erie. I do have a funny story. I'll go ahead and tell you. Um, my dad was uh, a weekend fisherman. He loved to fish and stuff, but he worked Monday through Friday and sometimes Saturdays. And And every now and then he'd get a call and have to go out Sunday if he worked in the overhead door company, and he was half owner of the company, but he didn't want to do the office work. He just wanted to do the work because he was good at it with his hands and he knew how to do it. But every now and then you'd get somebody that call and say, I can't get in my garage door and I can't open it and yada yada. And it might be somebody he knew or something, and he'd go over and fix it. But anyway, on the weekends, he had a bunch of friends, guys, and they would go fishing once a year, and they'd go up on Lake Erie, and they had a campsite that they I guess rented, or maybe somebody had. I'm not sure if they rented it or if somebody owned it. Uh, it's quite possible that they owned it. And anyway, they had a camp house, and to stay in. And then they had somebody had a big boat, or they chartered a boat. I'm sure it was somebody's boat. Um, but they might have even taken out two boats, because there was always 5 or 6 men, and you can only do, depending on how big your boat was, uh, three rods is good enough. But if you had more than three, I think you would get tangled up. But anyway, if you've ever been to Lake Erie, and I have not, but I've seen a lot of videos and shows about Lake Erie. The lake is so big that you can't even see across it in some areas. It's so big. The lake is so big, and it's almost like an ocean. And I think back in the day, millions of years ago, it used to be a sea. But now it's fresh water. The water's all fresh in it now. I don't think it's, no, I'm pretty sure it's all fresh water now. But there was a time where they said that it was salty, before the lands all changed and stuff. But anyway, the water on Lake Erie can get really, really rough, and the storms can come up. The gales can come up really, really fast, and you can get a rocky boat real fast, and you can get some. The water is so, it's so big. The waters and the waves are big like an ocean. You can get seasick really easy. And so my dad, he got sick, and so anyway, he wasn't the only one, and I'm sure that some of the other guys have done it too. But anyway, he lost his teeth when he got sick, and there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, the water's so deep. There's no way. There's no way you're going to find your teeth. And so he was embarrassed, but he was still with the group for the week. And they fished and had a good time. Excuse me. And so after they got back, one of the wives from another fisherman was kind of an artist, and they had caught pike. I believe that was the type of fish that they were catching, was pike. And so she just did it on a poster board paper, and she drew a fish in the water, and the fish was jumping up out of the water, and it had a great big smile on its face, and it had Daddy's teeth in it. It was a picture, and it had human teeth. And he had that hung up in the laundry room for the longest time. For the longest time. And we have laughed about that. We laughed and laughed and laughed about that story. And because it was my daddy, that was funny, because he lost his teeth. It was funny. And he said, I got seasick. Got seasick. And he was a Navy man. Now, and I don't think he ever got sick on the big ships, because they're a lot different than little ships, little boats. But it was embarrassing because these were his buddies, and he got embarrassed. No, but he lived through it. And then then it was just a fish story, one of those, where you catch the fish and the fish is this long, and it's really this long and not this long. The fish stories grow and grow and grow. But they had a good time fishing. That was good for him to get out with his buds. Because, growing up, my mom, she, mom and dad never took off very often when the kids were at home because we were always home. You can't leave your kids. And then one by one, we all started moving out as we got older. And then they started traveling. And they did. They traveled around all over the place. They've traveled all over the United States. They took the north route up, and then they would take the south route 66 back. They did that twice. And then they got to go to Europe. She spent 2 weeks in England. She said that was her favorite trip. And then she also liked the Alps. She went to Italy and the Alps one trip. And I think they did a Germany one. And my dad was, when he was in the war, in the Navy, he was stationed right outside of Italy in the island called Crete. So it was all Greek down there. And he got to go back to that island and revisit. And they got to go to Jerusalem. And Mom always made a scrapbook of every place that she went to. And I've got all of my mom's scrapbooks. So if y'all want to go somewhere, I'll go get a scrapbook and show it to you. I've already showed her England book when I did the UK book. And they've been up in Canada a little bit. I'll have to see if there's a Canada book and find out where Barbara lives. Barbara, Sherry, and Barb live up in Canada. And I can't remember if there's anybody else. There might be. Just don't remember right at this moment. So you can see the back. As I felt it down, the orange is starting to show up on the other side. This might be the side that I'm going to take as my starfish side because I'm loving that. So I got a ways to go. I like it. So this might be the bottom. Hi, Ruth. Ruth lives up in Canada. She lives in, oh shoot, it just left me, Ruth. On the east coast of Canada. Let's see. Nova Scotia. Thank you, Janice. But that's Canada, isn't it? So for anybody just coming in, I'm making a starfish. Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, she comes in here sometimes. Yeah, we like our Ruthie. She comes sometimes. Being very careful with the needle. I'm going at an angle that's away from my finger, and I'm brave because I've been doing it for so long. And I'm just doing the side of this one little side over here. Now, my mom and dad went up to Maine, and I'm not sure if they got to go to Nova Scotia or not, but they went out to like Prince Albert Island. There's a Prince Albert Island over there, up there, and I think they went and visited a lot of the scenery up in there, and Margaret's Venue, and that's all up in Maine and on the border up there. They drove all the way up the coast, and I think they stopped at 90% of the lighthouses. They stopped at all of the lighthouses that they could find. And Daddy was into lighthouses, and he'd take a picture of each one. I might have to see if I have the lighthouse book. And Mom went up in most of them, and she always counted the steps. It was just a hobby that she did. When she went somewhere and there was a lot of steps to climb, she counted them. She counted the steps, and she always had it written down in her scrapbook, somewhere. So I can see the oranges coming up through that, and that is looking like a starfish, guys. Who lives close to you, Brittany? I know. I think it's neat meeting crafting people online who actually live near me. I know. There's several people down here 2 and 3 hours away from me that I could go and visit, but I just don't know that I could do the drives anymore like I used to. It's working out. It's working out. And my inspiration is this starfish here. And I wanted that yellow around the edge, but it's really, I'm liking it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm still working on it. Now I'm going to save this. I used up all that yellow that I had. And there's the white. And I still have some of this. This is a rusty color. And I've got this is like a coral red. It's got a, it's not a real, it's not Christmas red. It looks brighter on the camera than it does, uh, but it's got an orangey tint to it. And I think you can even see some of the oranges highlights. You can see a little bit of orangey in it. Um, Got a little bit. It's like an orange red. An orange red. Hi, Christina. Hi, honey. I was looking through. I was just going through the Australia book. You wanted me to flip through real quick for you. And then I have this red, this burgundy. This is a deep burgundy. It's got a cranberry tint to it. It's got a cranberry tint to it, and I'm wanting to use all. I definitely want to use the rest, but I wanted to use some of this too. But I'm going to get this tiniest little um, thin stripes and put it directly in the middle, and see if I can get some of it to go through to the other side. And the tails, I'm going to flip it back up on itself. But yeah, I got to show Christina the book a little bit. Can I take a break? Oh, I was here. You were here when you saw it. It's doing great. Thank you, Christina. Thank you for all the goodies that you sent me. It really has made the book. It's really the collection of everything is just going so good. Thank you, Vanessa. Let's see. Janet says I have to take that back. I can't tell what providences are. Okay. And yeah, we'll have to ask her, give us a little history lesson when she comes in. Thank you, Vanessa. Vanessa's helping me. Cheryl's helping me. Yay! Teresa helps me too. So yeah. So anyway, let me get back to my star. We'll go right down the center. So, what else can we talk about? We can talk about something else. Yeah, if you have a YouTube channel, I think we've done Christina's Shack. She has a YouTube channel. We've talked about her already, but yeah, I do. Brittany has a channel, and Mary Lou has a channel too. You're in Rhode Island, Mary Lou. Mary Lou. Um, um, my brain just went blank. How far are you away from Nova Scotia, Mary Lou? Because that's where Ruth lives. And is Nova Scotia? Yeah. Did I say it wrong? Barbara? Barbara might know. She lives in Canada. Is Nova Scotia part of Canada? I'm a thinking it is. 720 miles away from Nova Scotia. You don't have to fix the typo. We talk Taiwanese in here all the time. Yeah, we know what 720 moles are. Sure. Yes, Nova Scotia is definitely part of Canada. Okay, that's what I thought. Yes, we talk Taiwanese, and sometimes I speak Bethanese. No, it's not Russia. I didn't say Russia, did I? Oh my gosh, Teresa. Did I say Russia? I probably did. I say something or I'm thinking something and my mouth says something. Okay. But I wouldn't put it past me to say the wrong thing. It's kind of like a dyslexia thing. And I think we all have a little bit of it, don't you? Oh, look at the back. Ooh, I like it. I like it. You can see these three. See the tufts coming through? That's the needle pushing the wool through to the other side. Those little tiny tufts. That's a very good example of how felting works. Very, very good example. All of these little tufts, little strands of wool coming through to the other side from my needle, pushing it through to the other side. That's what a barb needle, it's got little notches on it that are sharp, and it snags the wool and pushes it to the other side. Oh, I just love this lesson. And I love this blending. Oh my. That is looking like a starfish. I got a ways to go, but that's the whole fun of it. I like doing this. Some of the art that I do, I want it to go really, really fast so I can hurry up and get her done. But so many of the things that I love to do take time, and you've got to take your time if you want to get something really, really nice out of it. This is going to be the best starfish. The best. Well, I will definitely, I've got an atlas. I've got several atlases, and I will definitely get the maps and get all of Canada's maps printed out so I can, or pulled together so I can put them in our Canada book. That'll be fun. And it'll be fun. It'll be fun to look up Canada, and there's probably native Indians up there. I think there are, and there's providences, and I don't have the providences memorized, but there's like 4. Is there 4 providences, Barbara? Cheryl loves the starfish. Mary Lou loves the starfish. This is the bottom. I am watching my fingers. I tell you what would be fun is to maybe to make a sand dollar. Do I have a sand dollar up here? I don't think I do. I'll have to get one. I made a bunch of sand dollars out of pottery clay, and I'll get Joe to bring me one. Yeah, I don't think I have it hanging up anywhere. I've got some in the other room, But we could try to make a starfish, and it would just be this color, but it would be detailed with all of the little holes in it and stuff. And I can go ahead and get my other needle out, and just for fun. Oh my gosh. A little more, a little more. Look at these tufts. Look at these little snaggies. There's a whole bunch of them there. It's every time I punch a hole, I stab, I get a little tuft going down. Every time. I'll go ahead and show you my little kit that I have, my felting kit. One of the girls gifted this to me, and it has its own little foam, and I've got a little white piece of felt on it that I like to when I do the work. I like to use a piece of commercial felt, and this is from Sharon. Sharon gave me this little comb, and if you ever watched Sharon Lombard, seen her photos in Facebook, if you ever see her, go and look at her photos. She's got so many felted animals and people, and she uses the little comb for detailing. And I have used it too. She sent it to me. It was really cool. These are my finger cots so that I don't stab myself accidentally. I can put these on my fingers, and that the needle will hit this instead of hitting my finger. Um, you still can't. You still need to do it softer than what I do it. I go too fast and too hard, and I know I do. But I've hit myself enough to know I don't want to hit myself anymore. And then this is like a 10. It's 2, 4, 6, 8. This holds 8 needles. This one was gifted to me by Teresa Church, and I do use it sometimes. And I can show you how it stabs 8 times faster than the one. And you poke it in, and you have to go real slow, and it's going through, and it's really, it's going through. I can feel it and hear it go through. It's not as loud as this one, but it does work. It does the work. And you have to, after you go out on each one of the legs of the starfish, you have to go back and pull this up, or you will felt it down very fast. So this is a good tool, and it does work, and it's doing a great job. So I might just finish this starfish up using this one. Then I have another one that has 3, and I got this at Hobby Lobby. And there's another one that from Hobby Lobby, and this one has 7, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 or 7, and it has a little protection guide. So you can't break your needles. It protects the needles, and it also protects your fingers, and it locks if you want to, if you've got little kids around, that way they can't stab themselves with it. It's got a little lock on it. But anyway, this is it's good to use too, and you gently push down, and you're doing 6 or 7 needles at a time versus the one. And I'm a diehard, and I like the one. I like the crunch. And then the three needle one, it's my second favorite. Um, You can still hear the crunch, and it's just 3 needles instead of the multi needles, and it's good. It's my second favorite because I can still hear the crunch. And then I have another one, a wooden one, and this one is a really cute one to have because you it has a cork. It's not cork. It's a wooden stopper here, and you can pull this out, and you can take your needle off and turn it upside down and stick it inside of your handle for traveling for safety. So this is a great one to have uh, for safety. And I can't remember who sent this to me. It might have been Teresa too. Yeah, Teresa gave me this one too. So it's really nice for traveling. And this one does have a cap that fits on top of it, and I don't see it in here at all. And then this one came from Colleen Gravis, and it's another single one, and it's a travel one. And these are good to take uh, because you can turn the needle upside in the store in the middle. And then also in this little kit, you might find something like this. And this is just a pokey tool. Um, it's it's um, it's to use when you're making a doll or a figurine and you need to poke something. It's sharp. It's sharp, and you might need to do an eye, or you might need to do a joint, and you might need to. It's a tool that you can use when you're creating. You will find that you'll need extra little tools as you grow in your felting. So yeah, there you go. So anyway, I'm going to continue to use my big one here for a few minutes, and it does crunch. And the only reason why we use this foam pad is so that our needles don't hit the table. That's the only reason why we use it. Uh, it gives a cushy feeling for the needles to go into and protect your needles so that we can continue to use them. If you hit the table every time you felted, you'd break your needles, especially the way I felt because I felt so hard. So, and you do have to pick it up, pull it up off of your pad. And your foams will get broken down in the middle of your foams, um, and it's real soft in the middle. It's softer in the middle than it is on the edge. So you do have to replace these. Uh, and a lot of times I'm over here working on the edge because it's harder. It's firmer over here on the edge. So I do a lot of that. And you see, you can hear it more if I have the felt off of it. But the felt does protect your needles because it felts when you felt things over and over and over. It gets hard. It gets hard. Hi, Susan. Hi, everybody. We're just playing around here. We're working on a starfish. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some of this rusty down, some of this rust. We'll put a little bit on each appendage of our starfish. And tack that down. And I think, the slower that you go on your project, I'm enjoying this, by taking my time. It's very relaxing. And I love what's coming out. The outcome of it all so far is coming out really, really cool. And after this layer, it's going to look really good too. I'm going to put a little bit more on the end of this one right here. And when you start making things, you'll get creative, and you'll want to try this, that, and the other. You will. And as it gets a little thicker, the thicker it gets, you'll start seeing the edges that you'll want to tighten them up around the edges, and then you can start making your points a little pointier on the star, on the legs. And for example, I've got this one going out as a point, and this one's too fat, so I need to make this more pointier. So all I have to do is go on the sides of it, watch my fingers, and make it pointy by shaping it. I'm shaping the leg of the starfish appendage and making it a little bit more pointier. Working the sides, and then I'm going to go on this side and do this side too. And it's getting denser and denser as I continue to felt this. It's real soft here, but you can tell it's tighter on this side. And there's what it's looking like. Loving it, loving it. It's going to be so pretty. And this was my starting picture. This was the bottom, but I think the bottom is going to be the top. And I still want to do some more felting on it to get more colors coming through. And I'll continue to work on the points. And I am watching my fingers. I'm not even near my fingers. I'm at least an inch away. And I'm very controlling with where I want my needle to go. I'm really, really watching. Of course, once it gets tacked down a little bit, you can move your fingers. And it's getting thicker, and I want it to be a little bit thicker because it's kind of like it domes up anyway. And I don't have to finish this, online. I could take a break and we can do something else for a few minutes. It's almost 9 o'clock, and I think I've worked on this enough, and I think you guys it's going to look awesome even if I continue to go on, and I'll continue to work on it tomorrow, and I still got a lot more poking to do, and this is going to be the upside. So we'll get it. I love the texture of it, and it's all of the fibers that I've poked through with that needle. Yippee! Okay, so let's make a seashell. Well, I did the starfish tonight, and next Thursday I'll start on a conch shell. Okay. Will you help remind me Thursday? I might remember. I might forget. Hi, Sue. Hi, honey. Hey, sis. She's been in the lurking lounge. Okay. So I'm going to put my needle in my pin cushion, and I'm going to put this aside, and I will continue to work on this, and show it to you Saturday, and I will try to do a conch uh, next Thursday. Okay. And then we can play with something else tonight if you want to do something else. Uh, I'll be glad to do something else. We like a variety in our shows. Oh, I have done seahorses before, yeah, and an octopus, and I've done jellyfish. Hi, Sharon. Looks great. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, honey. I was telling all the girls about your beautiful things. So anyway, I'll put this away too. It keeps all my things safe. Safe, safe, safe. Okay, so this is going to just stay like this. And I'll lay it right here on top so I won't mess it up. Now, I was going to try to make a paper doll. Hi, Kathleen. Oh, okay. Okay, Sue, we sure will. We will. We've got tons of prayer warriors here. I think all of us are prayer warriors. Okay. Um, um, I really wanted to make a doll, and I did try to draw it, but I didn't do a very good job on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this as my doll. And I'm just going to finish maybe cutting out her feet a little bit better. And I might be able to redecorate her. And I was thinking about fabrics and and uh, and lace, and I can get this little bit out right there. hmm So, but I also have scrapbook paper I could use, and I know I've got hair. I've got hair. Long, beautiful hair. And I think I have some. I got this color. This is kind of a blonde. I've got white. And I've got brown and black. And I think I'm going to have to use this shade. So what I like to do is take a few curls. Don't need the black. This is a different shade. Do I have any of that? Oh, it's mixed in. Okay. I'll stick with this. Let's see what we got down in there. It must have been a different shade. It's a real, um, it's a, it's, it's a different tan. It's a tan. I could use it. But that's all of it that I have. I don't have any more of it. Don't know if it was just in the bag by mistake or Mother just salvaged it and stuck it there. Curly hair. Woohoo! Another little piece. We got hair. We could make it streaked, like she's got some highlights. We could give her highlights. Sure. We'll give her highlights. Thank you, Mom. This is my mom's. That's hair. Fake hair. It's all fake. So I'm going to take this blonde, this lighter color, and put it down first. And I'm just going to cut this part in half. And we'll take my glue. There we go. And I'll cut this one in threes. And I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to go right there and right there first. We got to get her a real cute curl up on top. We need a spit curl. That's what we need, is a spit curl. Little Alice. Our little Alice. There's the first layer. I'm going to put this other brown on top of it. I'm doing it. Okay. It takes a little while for, and I'm using tacky glue, so it's, a little bit thicker. Little bit thicker. Little dot more there. I'm just making this up as I go. I have no idea what I'm doing. Good night, Mary Lou. Hi, Deborah Brown. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Where you been, Deborah Brown? How you been? You been doing okay? Yeah, I'm going to do a. I did a starfish tonight, and next Thursday I'll do a conch shell. My starfish is looking good. I got homework to work on it. And now I'm putting some hair on Alice. She's got long, beautiful hair. Okay, I gotta let it dry, and then I can rearrange it a little bit different after it dries, or I'll pull it off. And I'm gonna put the rest of this over here on the back of her head. I'm gonna put some on the back too, but I need to let this dry. So we'll do that, and I think I can look over here and see if I've got any small blue, a smaller blue, smaller. That would be good. That's small enough. That would be good. So I'm going to use a piece of this. that's what I'm going to do. And I only need I am going to use approximately, I have to get my pencils on the floor. And I'm going to cut it on this side. So I'm going to take my skirt and I'm going to we'll take about this much. I'm going to take a rectangle and I'm going to see if I can't make her a skirt to mimic the skirt that's on her. And I do have her printed out on another sheet of paper, like right here. I could decorate this one and leave this one as is. So that's a possibility too. And you see my ink is going out. So I can still cut her out a little bit. And I can still make a skirt. And this is just a template of the doll that represents her on the background, and then we can decorate her and dress her like a paper doll. So this could be the base of the doll in black and white. And so, and I can make her new legs and shoes and feet and stuff too, since this one's not very pretty. But this is my base. So I want that. And I can glue hair on her. And but the skirt, I could put the skirt on her. So the way I did the skirt on the other little dress that I had folded my dress into like a fan, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then it's all going to go it's kind of complicated, but not complicated. So I want to fold this so that the pleats are in like that. This is the way I did that other little skirt on the dress that I have right here, the dress that I made like this. And this is that middle part. And what I did is when I made this part down here, I folded it like this, and then I think I made her a belt, but I tilt this one out a half of it, and then I folded the crease up, and then I did the same thing to to this one. I tilted it out another half, and made another a pleat, something like that. So let's see if I can do it again. And I'm making my own origami up, is what I'm doing right now. It's still origami, and I'm doing it myself to fit my doll. And so I want this one folded back again. So there's two pleats there. There's one and there's two, and it's triangled. And I can probably fold this edge in and make it look like a finished edge. So this is this side of the skirt. And let's see if I can do it again. And I want to make a tiny waist. We'll fold it down to there, and then we'll fold it back up. And if this piece of paper isn't big enough, I might have to make it a little bit bigger. But that's the idea of what I want to make. And I do need to make it a little bit bigger. And instead of making a new one, I'm just going to add to it, because I can add to it without any problem. I have confidence. Let's see. Oh, wow. Great, Heather. You got a haircut? Okay. My mother saved my very first ponytail from my first haircut. That's right, Deborah. I know exactly what you mean. We have baby books, and I have a little curl of hair in mine. Yes, Deborah. I have watched the history of Alice in Wonderland, and the writer, his name was Carol. His last name, I couldn't remember if it was his last name or not, but yes, he was a real person, and the children were real, and he kind of used. There were little girls that he was kin. I guess they were kind of related. Lewis Carroll, yes, it was his last name. Thank you, Rachel. And he, summertime, and he'd take the girls. He took the girls one time for a boat ride. Okay, and he was good at telling stories. And I guess he was just a cousin, maybe a family member. And he would take the girls for picnics, and he would put them in a boat, and they think they know where the spot is in England. They think they know the spot where he sort of went to when he went on his picnics, and they would go out on the boat and park the boat and get out and have a picnic, and they'd say, tell us a story. And so he would always make up these stories, and he would put the girls, in the story, and so the story was about them, and and there's a lot of other history stuff about him and the girls, and it wasn't very nice. And I kind of like not want to believe that or think about that end of the story of the real history. But it was a they were at an outing, a picnic, of some sort, and there was a big party going on at the big house too, I think. And they took a boat ride, and left the party for a little while, and then they come back. But and then the story of Alice uh, emerged, and I guess Lewis. I guess he wrote it down, and then it became published later on. But Alice was about one of the little girls that he was with. Hi, Janelle.
Hello.
What you gonna do now? Put it back on?
Well, no, I'm gonna put one of them back on because this one here, like, you lay on it, it like suffocates you and you can't move.
Is it too hot?
Well, no, not necessarily too hot.
Well, how about if I give you an extra sheet to put on?
I'm just gonna put this little one
Okay. Well, we were trying to save the hips.
on. I'm trying to figure it out.
It's an egg crate that goes on their bed, and maybe that needs to go on top of the other one
Maybe because like when you sink down,
because
into
it's got all
it,
the bumpities.
right, you won't sink as hard into it.
Well, just put a flat. I'll give you another sheet, and you can put a flat sheet down.
Good thinking. I was just gonna put this one on. See
Cause
what
it's,
one does.
I
instead of
know,
two.
I know. It hurts my hips if I don't. We got one of those.
I think I sleep so hard I don't move, and I
Mhm.
really think that's the problem.
We got one of those. Fun,
Like
Foam.
this one?
No, it's this thick.
Oh,
One of those mattresses that they sell that are like
oh, together.
rubbery type stuff.
I
So,
don't know.
but I have not had not one backache off of it, not one hip problem off of it.
Really?
Yep.
See, our bed at home is doing the same thing like this bed. We just don't know if we need a
It was
harder or
the
softer.
Property Brothers. Was the name of our mattress. The two twins.
Yeah.
It was expensive. It was like $800.
Well, we're gonna have to get one for the house too, because our the house. is
Help her,
I
Joe.
got that at Walmart.
she's making her bed back up. I had these egg crates on it, and so she decided she didn't want the egg crate. She thought they were hot. It was hot, so she took it off. And then there's another foam mattress on it too. So I don't know. So I'm going to cut off a couple of more of these, and I'm thinking one for each side, and I'm going to continue to fan fold it out in little pleats and see if this will help on the edges. So I will make a pleat that size, and then make another pleat half of that one, and see if that will work. You see how I made the pleats? And this is going to go on this side. And it'll be layered. Like that. That's all right. And I can do again on the other side. So you keep it big on the bottom and tight on the top. Littler at the top. And it's hard to describe, but I'm pleating the skirt. I'm just pleating the skirt. And this will be the front side. So we will have a nice little full skirt on her. Don't ask me how I did it. I just did it. Oh, okay, Teresa, honey. Please go fix some din din. No problem. And I'm probably going to get off here in a little bit anyway. I'm just going to work on Alice for just a few more minutes. So I'm going to glue Alice. Well, hi, Nora. I'm going to glue this onto this side. And it's going to be a pleat, a complete pleat. Yes, I will. I will. I'm going to get off. And, but I just wanted to see if I could make these pleats a little bit. And that's good. I'm just going to glue this one onto this one. Glue that one over and glue this one over. There's a variety of pleats going on here, girls. Girls and boys, a variety, I tell you. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to fold it down a little bit so that it will stay, and glue this part down, this skirt, that top of that. Now, if I were Janet Nash, she would be sewing this. She would be using fabric. And I don't know why, I just wanted to try paper. And fabric does sound like it would be cute with the fabric, fabric on her. But we'll think about that one for next time. We might do fabric another time. We're doing paper dolls. Okay. And I'm going to just take a piece of, maybe a piece of tape. No, that won't, I don't want tape because then I can't glue paper on paper. I'll leave it. But I could glue a piece of paper on here. Like this. That'll reinforce it. Just put a piece of paper there and glue it down. Because I want the paper to glue to this paper here, and see her waist is way, I might be able to trim her waist down, but there's her skirt. Isn't that cute? We might have to feed her a little bit. Get her not to be so skinny. Um, just as long as the shirt can tuck in, I can tuck in the shirt. So there's her skirt. Yeah, it's almost time. I think I will cut it off early tonight. We have had a lot of fun tonight. We have. And I did do this much, and I'm going to let this dry real good, and then I might be able to comb it out. I do have a little comb. I could comb it down, but and then I'm going to add this to the back of her hair. So we'll work on it some more, and I might be able to just do this and make this little dress, but I did the skirt different by itself. I just wanted to make it up as I go. So we'll see. We'll work some more on these maybe Saturday. Hi, Kathy. So anyway, guys, Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. We goofed off real good tonight. We worked in the Alice book and the Australia book and got a few things done. And I think I hit everything on my to-do list. So that was good. That was good. So I will be back Saturday night and we'll play bingo Saturday. So if you need a bingo card, let me know. I made up some bingo cards and I'll post these. And you can use one of these as your very own bingo card if you want. Or if you want to mix up your own numbers, you can do that. So we need bingo cards for Saturday night. So I'll take some pictures of it so that we can do that. And I'll do each one. So there's 4 bingo cards. And you can use the same bingo card, every time you play. And you can have 2 bingo cards per game. So, okay. Bye, everybody. Thank you all. And I will, if you need me, message me. Say good night. Okay. Good night, you guys. Good night, sister. Thank you. I've enjoyed your company too. So, okay, Teresa, I'll have a good dinner. Say hi to Ricky. Good night, Cheryl. Good night, Kathy. Good night, Christina. Thank you all so much. I appreciate all of y'all. Good night, Deborah. Good night, Sharon. Okay. Good night. Got my glue on.